Junior TKM next here at Shenington. Matt Davies, the champion, and Stephen Letts, the vice champion, are not here, so it's a golden opportunity for the rest of the field to make a starring occasion on the last race of the year. Carl Hornby, the rookie, in pole position, who won so brilliantly at PF International earlier in the year. Daniel Baber alongside him, who won the greatest kart race ever at the TKM Masters, and Dino Lee in fourth on the grid. Well, as you can see, a false start for the first time of asking. Things just got a little bit too close for comfort, and two karts off on the side, one of them Aaron Mills, the other Lewis Taylor. But we did manage to get things going again as we head to the first corner, and Carl Hornby leads away. This is the man who drove absolutely perfectly from the back of the grid to a race victory at PF International only a few weeks ago, and he was brought along by Dino Lee as well, who was there in second place after crashing on the first lap, losing even more time. Oh, we've got loading into the hairpin. This has not gone well. That's Anderson Chilcott colliding with Jack Davidson. Davidson up in the air for a short period, but they managed to get going again. Let's have a look at this again. Everybody using the inside line for the first corner, and just too close together. Bang! There's not much anyone can do, and the driver collected in that was 33, Ryan Edwards. Everybody else just trying to take avoiding action. Oh, very close indeed. Then 21, his arms in the air, Jack Davidson. What was that all about? Well, I think all three of them will have a different version of events after that one. Very close indeed for the first few corners, and it's still going on into the second lap. A little bit of jostling between Matthew Rangarrido and Jack Watson out of the first hairpin. So very close indeed as we see up the inside. A nice little move there from the 31, Esme Hawkey, who's using what appears to be a Mark Webber replica helmet this weekend. I've not seen her use that before, but certainly looks very impressive out there, perhaps in tribute to the fact that it's Mark Webber's last season in Formula One. She must be a fan. Just behind her on the road we have Shay Pearce and Cameron Fisher battling with her. She's actually doing a very good job in these conditions. Probably the best performance we've seen from her all year. Up the inside, Shay Pearce makes the move though, but Esme looks very fired up for this one, trying to make the move. Spoken to her on a few occasions, Esme. She just needs that one good result to make everything a bit of a game changer, and that could happen here today. Out in front though, it's still plain sailing for Carl Hornby in the 83. See if we can jump back to the leaders in a short while, but the battle behind is looking more intense at the moment. We've got Dino Lee and Daniel Baber battling it out for second place, and again Esme Hawkey goes to war alongside Cameron Fisher, but she manages to hold position for the moment, and that has actually brought the 44 of George Sutton close in, and there is the recovering Jack Watson in the 54, just trying to make his way comfortably through the chicane and onto the tail of this duel. George Sutton and Oliver Graham just up the road in front of him. And this is Sutton trying to make his move on Cameron Fisher, who makes the move on Esme Hawkey. And obviously plenty of overtaking moves on a racetrack this slippery. Out in front though, Carl Hornby, we were impressed with him at PF. Well, this is something different in tricky conditions. He's driving away from Daniel Baber and Dino Lee. Let's not forget the end of the season they're having. Dino Lee, currently running in third place behind Daniel Baber, put on a brilliant show at PF, and he's making a late lunge up the inside. What a great piece of driving from Daniel Baber to fend him off. That was brilliant driving. Daniel Baber having a good season, of course, as they both try and get away from Tom Owen in the 11 in fourth place. He's going to be catching them at this rate. But these three drivers are the talk of the town in Super 1 at the moment, after Carl Hornby and Dino Lee surged through the field at PF. And Daniel Baber, of course, won what most people are describing, including myself and Alan, as the best kart race we've ever seen at the TKM Festival back in the summer.
Yeah, we did have a great end to the season in the Coma Cadet race last week, as Dino Lee goes up the inside of Daniel Baber for second. But the Coma Cadet race, it was a great end to the season, the best end to a season we've ever seen, with three drivers competing for the championship, and whoever won on the track would win the title. It was Oliver York that came out on top. But I think if you look back on that Junior TKM Elite final at the TKM Festival, I think that is still the best kart race ever, frankly. The Coma Cadet, you could argue, is the best end to a season ever, but it didn't quite live up to the spectacle. 56 overtakes and 16 lead changes, 4 on 1 lap that we had at the Junior Elite final at the TKM Festival. Those figures are indelibly imprinted on my mind. I think I will remember them forever. Tom Owen under pressure,
Yes, and it's Kieran Carr who's making the move. All three into one just won't go. A very audacious move from the 15, Matthew Garrido, but we know he can pull off a good overtaking move, and that was it. He saw a gap, went for it. Thanks very much, gentlemen. I'll leave you far behind, and that was a brilliantly brave move from Garrido. As Esme Hawkey again defending from George Sutton, or did she make a move back on him? Hard to tell. The drivers are swapping positions around this racetrack pretty much every corner at the moment, but Kieran Carr stuck behind the 11 of Tom Owen in their battle for fourth position, as again the 44 of Sutton eyes up a passing move on Esme Hawkey as they go into the Bruno Ferrari chicane again. This is a very mature drive from Hawkey. It suddenly seems to be the end of the season has inspired her to turn her form around. She's doing a great job. Back to fourth position as Owen Carr and the number 10 of Shea Pearce battle. Pearce is up the inside of Kieran Carr. He can't quite get the drive off the corner, and back again on the inside. It's looking like Kieran Carr is going to hold on to that fifth position as Dino Lee pulls away from Daniel Baybutt in second. Fourth is Owen, fifth is Carr once again, with Pearce just behind him in the number 10. Great battling for the top 6 positions in this race. It's always a bit of a star show when the championship leaders are not here, as Pearce makes the move on Carr. He gets him back again at the hairpin for 5th position. Just to say, the vice champion and the champion are not here, and what a show we've got as a result. Sometimes when things are already sewn up and the leaders can't be caught, they choose to sit out, and what we're left with is a fantastic last lap of the season scrabble for the final positions, and it's really starting to prove to be a great race here, because now Dino Lee is back on the tail of Carl Hornby. This is what he didn't have time to do at PF. Now he takes the lead here at Shenington on the inside at turn 1. Beautifully done. He's overcooked it though. Hornby's back on the inside. Dino Lee's got the traction of the corner. He uses a lot more than the racetrack to keep the position, but he hangs on to the lead for the moment. Carl Hornby will be fired up to get back past him. What a transformation Dino Lee has had in this second half of the season. I was impressed with him at PF, coming through the field from last place to second, and we're doing it all over again here, but this time Carl Hornby and Dino Lee are able to put on their class show from the front, and look at that. Dino Lee has pulled out a few kart lengths on Carl Hornby, and they've both left Daniel Baybutt trailing far behind.
Saw Dino Lee come from 27th in the hairpin at PF International to second place, but this would be his first win in Super 1. And if he continues racing next year, I'm not sure whether he's going to have the budget to race next year. I hope he does. If he does, he's going to be right in contention for winning the championship, as indeed will be Carl Hornby and Alex McRoberts. We've not seen him today, but he'll be in contention for the championship, as will Alex Forward on the 6 kart. Well, he'll be the top seed next year if Alex Forward decides to stay in Junior Tier KM. There's some talk about him moving up to KGP, when in fact he could do another year as a junior. And I did say to him earlier in the day, if you do that, what you should do is grow a couple of big ears, a big trunk, and we can call you Dumbo. You don't move out of the junior class when you're in with a fantastic chance of winning a Super 1 title until you absolutely have to. You can be a senior until you're 65, as we see 27 up the inside for a spot, Cameron Fisher. You can be a senior forever, but you've only got a certain number of years you can still compete as a junior.
Well, who knows, when he turns up on the KGP grid next year, he can show off the mouse with the feather in his cap, and we'll see who's laughing on the other side of the face next year. But Alex has got his own plan, and I'm sure that will come to light in early 2014. Bit of contact as Pearce clips the back of Owen, and he will not be happy with that. Is Pearce going to let him back through on the straight after the hairpin? I don't think there was anything particularly malicious about what Pearce did there. He was just trying to get a good drag out of the corner to get Owen past, and he just couldn't quite make the slipstream work in his favour. He couldn't quite get out of the toe, but he hasn't let him back through, so that is interesting. I wonder if he's going to get a warning flag for that one, but Pearce holds on to 4th position. It wasn't really anything he did wrong, but it was just a bit haphazard. Into the last lap then, and Dino Lee out in front. Look at the gap he's got. I can't even see Carl Hornby. You look back to see absolutely nowhere at all. Kyle Hornby just about coming into the picture because he's lost the place to Daniel Babert. So Babert has got through into second place past Kyle Hornby with Shea Pearce in fourth position, and up into fifth place now has come the 60 of Alex McRoberts. So he has made a bit of a fight back of it, battling it out now with Jack Watson and Cameron Fisher. So a brilliant last lap scrap for sixth position. I doubt it will finish the way it is right now, but Dino Lee, what a brilliant end to the season for a man who's gone through so much hardship. Dino Lee, a fantastic end to the season and a well-deserved victory. Well done, Dino. My heart's in my mouth for you, sir. A great end to the season and a brilliant win from Daniel Babert and Kyle Hornby. A fantastic finish after a brilliant championship season for one of the most competitive classes in karting.
Kyle, a win last time out, another podium this time. It's a good end to your rookie season. I think that makes you top rookie, does it?
Yeah, I'm so happy I got top rookie. All weekend it's just gone our way. Except we were better in the wet and it rained today, so we got our wish and got top rookie and number 6.
Good end to 2013 for you. Just sum up your season for me.
We've not had that much luck this year and things just haven't really gone our way, but I'm happy to stay third for another year and just hoping to move on for another year now and hopefully get all the bad luck out the way this year and then have a good one next year.
Dino, after the best comeback drive we've seen in Super 1 for many a year, you've taken the final round with a win. Congratulations, great into the season for you. You must be delighted.
Yeah, I'm really happy. It's been a really good weekend, qualified 5th and did the 2 heats, 1st and a 4th, and yeah, managed to win the final by quite a margin, so it's really good, yeah.
What a satisfying way to take your first Super 1 win. The top 3 in the championship, Davies, Letts and Babert, they are all going to qualify as seniors next year, which leaves the 3 juniors behind them in the top 6, Forward, Lee and Hornby, to battle for next year's championship. If Forward chooses to stay, it's going to be epic to watch those 3 go to battle if we see it. Plenty more to come. Join us in a mo.